All right. So anybody that was looking forward to my next video being finished, take that piece of leather on, but this guy being finished, I have to redo this. So it was an almost perfect fit. I had to heat it up maybe one more time. See if I can catch the light through that guy. Maybe not. There's a little gap on the corners. It just wasn't perfect. So I had to heat it up one more time and then get it on there, get it to sink in a little bit more. But what I ran into was it wasn't square enough. So what I ran into is this big angle right there, right? To make that match my handle, it was going to be super, super thin. You can see how, right? I mean, this was all going to be ground away and shaped. So I just have to redo it, and I got to hit the next piece with the flatter and make sure it's more square. You know, it's my first time doing a cross guard this way, instead of starting with like a piece of brass or something, right? So I've just got to get it more square. So I ended up cutting a longer piece and then forging it down, and it's about like that right now, but it's not done. I'm going to forge it where it's about the same size as this. It'll be a lot fatter. And then I'm going to be able to square it up either with the flatter or with the grinder. Either way, it's going to be a square piece when I start drilling holes and stuff in it instead of kind of winging it with this guy. But this got close, but it just wasn't because of that one angle I wasn't paying attention to until after I had it on. So that video is pretty much scrapped. I'll save some footage from it for when I do that piece. But right now what we're going to do is I got a commission from a really good buddy of mine who I grew up with, and we're going to make 2 drop point hunters. I know I said I wasn't doing anything but hidden tangs for a while, but it's a commission, right? So it's a paid job. So I'm going to switch over. I'm going to do the drop point hunters like they're asking for. 2 of them, right? So one for him, one for his wife. His wife wants the green, right? So the gray, black, and green, and she's going to want more green to show, right? So what you do is if you want more green to show, you put the green on the inside. And when you grind through this stuff, the green pops, right? If you do it this way, you grind through the green and then this stuff pops, right? Just depending on what colors you want to stand out better. So if you notice like this right here, once I grind through that, it's all going to be green for the most part, right? So she wants more green. And then for my buddy, he wants blue, black, and yellow, right? I think he's a Batman fan, so this might be right up his alley. But he also requests for me to send pictures of the knives next to my bare feet. It's a weird request, John. Just saying, buddy. It's a weird request. But for the amount you're going to pay for these knives, I'm willing to do it just for you. Huh? Just for you, guy. So he wants the blue, black, and yellow. So I'll have to talk to him to see if he wants more blue and black or more yellow, right? To see which side goes in or out when I glue it up on his knife. So today, in one day, I'm probably going to get these all the way, at least to heat treat, all the way to heat treat. So I'm going to do a short video. This video won't be too long. Intro is probably going to be kind of long, but I'll get these forged out, and I'm hoping to get to glue up by the end of the day. It's about 10 a.m. and I could work till 9 on them. It's not that big of a deal. So, yeah, 2 drop point hunters. Short video on that, and then I'm going right back to working on this thing. So, sorry for the interruption. But I figured I'd make a video on it. I figured they'd want to see a video on it. So we'll do that. And then back to the hidden tank. All right, this is where we're sitting. We got two of these guys. They're pretty stout. Get to grinding on these. Then we'll get to grinding, heat treat, all the things and stuff. One's got a handle, it's a little longer than the other. I'll fix that. Yep. On to the grind. So that's going to be the end of this video. So we got, I mean, they're fully heat treated. So they're done. They need a wire brush, and then they need a final grind. They're still pretty thick. Still pretty thick on the edges, which is all right. So they need to be final grind, and then glue up, and then hand sand, all that good stuff. I'll probably hand sand before I glue up, like usual. But yeah. So that'll be the end of this video, and then when I come back, the next video, I'll do sheaths for these. So I'll do the final grind of the hand sand and the glue up and everything, and then yeah, and then I'll do sheaths for these in the next video. Hopefully, I might put a little footage in of the final grind and stuff like that. It's not as far along as I wanted to get today. I'd like to have glued them up, but I just ran out of time. The heat treat takes so long. You got to put them in the oven for 4 hours. There's 4 hours of sitting around doing nothing. So, but yeah, next video, I'll definitely be doing sheaths. The sheaths I'm going to make, I've never seen online. Hopefully, by putting them online, they don't explode everywhere. It's kind of like my idea, right? So, it being my idea, I've never seen it before. I'm hoping it works. There may be a reason it's not online. The reason may be it don't work. So if they don't work, if there's no retention in the sheath, that's probably why I don't see them online. But I got this idea how I want to make these sheaths, and I'm going to find out if it works. So maybe I'll do, maybe I'll even make a video if it doesn't work. I don't know. Just showing you the process of me discovering it don't work if it don't work, but I don't know. We'll find out.